Welcome to The Standpoint. Remember, in October, we featured Newmont Gold Cup, the Action Mine, and we met some amazing women. Now, one woman who caught my eye, she asked me, are you sure I have a story to tell? I told her she has stories to tell. Today, we're here to celebrate an amazing young woman who set the pace for many more young women to follow her path. I mean, the theme we chose for this particular episode is daring deep into the S. You see, somebody like me, I'm afraid of enclosures. You put me in a small place or a enclosed place, and, you know, I'm dying. I can't stand it. But what she does in terms of a profession, combining her role as a mother, as a wife, as a family, I mean, she's called a Fia. And not surprising that she's called a Fia. Because do you know the meaning of a Fia? A Fia Ofifi. No matter what you do to that particular species of a woman, she will pop up. Hello and welcome to The Standpoint. Today we are going to learn about a woman miner, her day, her journey, her fears, her joys, her struggles, her successes. It's going to be a complete and holistic program about a miner's story. Let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth. My dress was made for me by Ophelia Crossland Designs, beats by New Trendy Trends. So grateful to all of them. And then, of course, makeup products by Maybelline New York, applied by Nax Beauty Studio. You can follow Nax Beauty Studio on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook as well. Well, I fix my hair every time at Exotic Trends, the Marina Mall branch. So if you want to go there, please feel free. We take a break. When we come back, we get to meet Efia Fima. We'll be back.
To the women who inspire, thank you for the push to always do better. To the boss ladies who keep it lit while handling their business, cheers. To the Facebookers and those who do it for the gram, we see you, fam. To the mothers, friends and sisters who are there for others and still do great things for themselves, you are the real MVPs.
For every occasion, we've graced alongside you, for making us a part of all you do. GTP has come this far because of you. Yet Damasi. We love you, God. Thank you for the gift of you.
Hi, my name is Ohineyere Gifty Auntie. I'm an author. Have you had your copies of my books yet? Yes. Currently, I have 3 books. One is already on the market, A Bit of Me. Now, A Bit of Me is arguably the most inspirational book when it comes to Ghana. Within a week, it became #1 on Amazon under the survival biographies category. Yes, that's how powerful it's been. Many testimonies have come out of it. Now, when I turned 50 recently on 23rd January, we came out with a special birthday edition of it. Nicely designed, as you can see. It has the kente, and that kente, by the way, is called Gifty Auntie Kente, design on it. And then we have the gold 50th birthday edition embossed on it. So it's a special edition. It's out there. Now, my second and third books are 50 Nuggets at 50. The 50 Nuggets is about my 50 experiences in my 50 years on earth. 50 of my experiences on earth in the 50 years that I've been around. I mean, you read, you think you know me, you'll be shocked. You know, you will laugh, you will cry, but you get to know me better, and you get to know yourself better as well. And the third book, I call it The Best of You. The Best of You. The slogan for the hashtag for my Facebook, A Bit of Me, is be the best version of yourself. The Best of You encourages you to bring out the best in you. I mean, you can see yourself through this book as if you're looking through the mirror. It's just to encourage you, to motivate you daily. Short quotes, but they are very powerful to keep you going. So please, We have the vendors on screen now. Get in touch with them. Get your copies of it. If you're watching this before March, the 2 books, 50 Nuggets at 50 and The Best of You, will be available at the first week of March. But until then, you can call 0543-618182 and pre-order those 2 books. The 50 Nuggets at 50 comes in hardcover. So yes, it's a very special book as well. And then when it's out in March, you can contact any of the vendors and you get your copies to read and to enjoy. Remember, it's all about you. Today's readers are tomorrow's leaders. We all aim to be the best of ourselves. Thank you. Welcome back to the Standpoint. Today we are celebrating an amazing woman who dares dip into the earth. I mean, what makes her go down there every day or every week or what? Anyway, who am I? She's here to tell her own story. But let me say thank you to Kodam's Gift and Stationery, Go-Got Yogurt, Cake Technique International, Wake Purified Water and Royal Drinks by Casa Preco Company Limited, House of Foods, Auntie Vera, thank you so much. Yep Cleaning Services, Juice Time, and then of course, Marimat Kitchen and Event GH. Dream over power, our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh. Now, in my audience today, I have some amazing young ladies, and they call themselves As Instruma Shines. And As Instruma Shines. Let's shine. As Instruma Shines. Let's shine. Okay, and they are embarking on a project which I'll speak to the queen, the face of Legon. She won the face of Legon and she decided she was going to do something unique. You see, there are people when they are there, they don't understand that they don't have to go and find trouble. They go and find trouble, but that's how they are. So welcome to the Standpoint. But on my set, I have this amazing woman. She's called Efia Fima Ba. Altogether, let me see. Efia is 4 letters. Fima is 4. Ba is 4. 12. 4, 4, 4. No wonder. She's an unusual woman. She is, listen to her title, Chief Mining Engineer. She's not a mining engineer. Chief Mining Engineer, Newmont Gold Corp Achem Mine. Please, let's put our hands together for her. Welcome to the Standpoint.
Thank you.
How does it feel like having to go deep down the earth?
I think I've done it for so long, it's becoming part of me. It's like my daily routine right now. So,
how long have you been doing this?
Since I completed school in 2005.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I'm
Over
older,
10 years.
I'm older than you think.
You completed school in 2005. Which school?
It was then WUK of News.
Okay.
And now it's UMAT.
UMAT. Now
University
UMAT.
of Mines and Technology.
Yes.
Yeah.
But why did you decide to do, mining engineering?
Luckily for me, I attended a secondary school, Sunyani Secondary School,
Okay.
where we were reading both elective maths and biology.
Okay.
I found out quite early that I wasn't too friendly with blood. I ended up being the clinic prefect in my time.
Okay.
And whenever somebody comes in with blood, I start to shiver myself. So luckily, I am very good with maths.
Okay.
So I made up my mind, okay, I'm going with engineering.
Okay.
And that was it.
How was your first experience having to go down the earth?
So currently, I've been working as an open pit engineer.
Okay.
And it was quite scary the first time I went underground, where it's so dark and the air is quite hot. But I found out everyone was comfortable at the end of the day going in there, so I was okay. But it's more easier working on the surface, as I'm doing now.
If you let's talk. The first time you're going, what kind of prayer did you say?
Before I get into the shaft, by all means, I committed myself to God that please make sure I come back safely.
And what did you tell your parents? Did you tell them that you are going down there?
Yes. Actually, I did my BSc mine survey.
Okay.
So it's later that I went back to do the mining engineering. But still the same. I remember one day I was actually doing pickup in the pit as a surveyor, which was within the first 3 years after school. And I was also doing some spiritual fasting. It wasn't safe. I almost toppled over.
Wow.
And I realized next time I need to be careful, right? Because, yeah, it's a pit. Yeah. It's a hole. And we need to be careful as you go there. So, yeah, by all means, you need to pray and make sure you are ready for it. And one thing that the mines are very critical about is safety. It's the first thing you know before even you step into the pit.
So do you sometimes go in there thinking, okay, I might not come back?
Not at all. Not at all. Because as you see right now, I'm even in charge of the engineering, designing, and everything. The designing is made such a way that as you go, you drive down, you wouldn't even know you are going into the pit.
Okay.
Yeah, you just get in it, the gradient, you will not realize. It's as normal as...
Okay, if you speak English, gradient, I'm you.
The degree...
okay, degree I understand.
The inclination of the road,
okay.
How it's tilted.
Okay.
You'll be driving on it and you will not realize.
You'll be driving?
Yeah.
Like as in a vehicle?
Yes.
You drive down?
Yes.
It's not like a machine that drops you there?
No. So, as I said, I work in the open pit.
Yeah.
And the open pit is like an open hole that you see the sun.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you drive all
okay,
the
that's
way.
now. I'm talking about then when you had to go, you know,
Okay.
the
underground.
The underground.
The underground, I haven't really worked there much. It was just going there for an excursion.
Okay.
As a mining engineer, you do that to know where you'll be working in future, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so that one you are in a shaft, just like an elevator, right? So it's not that too scary.
How was growing up for you?
I grew up in Doma,
Okay.
close to Doma Hinkro.
Hey, Domahima, I greet you. That's my mother-in-law.
Yes. And you realize there is a common name there, right?
Yes.
Fima.
Yeah. Yes. So
So
you're strong.
Very. My father was actually the district education director.
Okay.
And he was very straight about our education. Education was very important to him.
Hi.
Actually, I followed 3 guys.
Okay.
And all of us, he made sure the education is the most important thing to us. And lucky for me, my brothers were also very encouraging They were my cheerleaders.
Okay.
They were actually always encouraging me to do more.
Okay.
Yes. The only disadvantage there is when you have guys always bodyguarding you, you end up not being too confident and yeah.
They do everything for you. They want to police you, everything they will do for you.
Yes.
But what was your childhood dream?
I knew from scratch that I was very good with maths.
Okay.
So I knew I was going to be an engineer. But as to which type of engineering I wanted to do, I wasn't too sure. I wasn't too sure. So I remember I chose electrical engineering, geomatic engineering, and I ended up doing geomatic engineering in School of Mines. Yeah. So when I got in to Newmont, my national service, I worked for 3 years as a mine surveyor.
Okay.
Then I developed interest in mine planning. That's when I chose to go back and do my MSc in mining engineering.
Okay, so you went back to school to do your MSc in mining engineering.
Yes.
Have you seen gold before?
So as a mining engineer, the closest you come to gold is stones. Is stones. I am able to go to the plant to look at the finished output. But if you are in the pit, it's like rocks that we dig, that we know contains very good grades. And when it's milled, you get out the gold.
So the only thing that will make me go under that is if I will get gold.
Unfortunately, you not see them like that.
Well, let me take a break and when we come back, I want to find out how it felt, because I'm told that you are the first
Chief mining engineer, Ghanaian.
Ghanaian.
Yeah, I've had bosses from US, American, who were actually chief mining engineer, women.
Women.
Yeah.
But you're the first Ghanaian chief engineer with Newmont.
Yes.
Well, you're watching The Standpoint, and we are celebrating the lady with a 12-letter name. Efia Fima Ba 444, 4 times 3. No wonder, you know. And let me say thank you to all our supporters and sponsors. Remember, this program is also aired on ABN TV on Sky Channel 195 across Western Europe, parts of Canada and Asia. We are also on Virgin TV Channel 842 in the United Kingdom. Every Sunday at 6:30 p.m., we are on Joy Prime. And then at 8 p.m., we stream on Facebook Live. So you have no choice. You can't miss it. Wherever you pass, we did there, you know. And of course, we're on YouTube as well. So subscribe and then be a part of it. Our Facebook page, please like our page, is The Standpoint. On Instagram, we are The Standpoint. We are there _standpoint. On Twitter, we are The Stand _point. My personal Facebook handle is Ohineyire Nana Danswa, and my motivational pages Ohineyire Gifty Auntie. So we take a break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation.
To the women who inspire, thank you for the push to always do better. To the boss ladies who keep it lit while handling their business. Cheers. To the Facebookers and those who do it for the gram. We see you, fam. To the mothers, friends and sisters who are there for others and still do great things for themselves. You are the real MVPs.
For every occasion, we've graced alongside you, for making us a part of all you do. GTP has come this far because of you. Yet Damasi. We love you, God. Thank you for the gift of you.
Hi, my name is Ohineyire Gifty Auntie. I'm an author. Have you had your copies of my books yet? Yes. Currently, I have 3 books. One is already on the market, A Bit of Me. Now, A Bit of Me is arguably the most inspirational book when it comes to Ghana. Within a week, it became #1 on Amazon under the survival biographies. category. Yes, that's how powerful it's been. Many testimonies have come out of it. Now, when I turned 50 recently on 23rd January, we came out with a special birthday edition of it. Nicely designed, as you can see. It has the kente, and that kente, by the way, is called Gifty Anti-Kente design on it. And then we have the gold 50th birthday edition embossed on it. So it's a special edition. It's out there. Now, my second and third books are 50 Nuggets at 50. The 50 Nuggets is about my 50 experiences in my 50 years on earth. 50 of my experiences on earth in the 50 years that I've been around. I mean, you read, you think you know me, you'll be shocked. You know, you will laugh, you will cry, but you get to know me better, and you get to know yourself better as well. And the third book, I call it The Best of You. The best of you. The slogan for the hashtag for my Facebook, A Bit of Me, is be the best version of yourself. The best of you encourages you to bring out the best in you. I mean, you can see yourself through this book as if you're looking through the mirror. It's just to encourage you, to motivate you daily. Short quotes, but they are very powerful to keep you going. So please, we have the vendors on screen now. Get in touch with them. Get your copies of it. If you're watching this before March, the two books, 50 Nuggets at 50 and The Best of You, will be available at the first week of March. But until then, you can call 0543-618182 and pre-order those two books. The 50 Nuggets at 50 comes in hardcover. So yes, it's a very special book as well. And then when it's out in March, you can contact any of the vendors and you get your copies to read and to enjoy. Remember, it's all about you. Today's readers are tomorrow's leaders. We all aim to be the best of ourselves. Thank you. Welcome back to the Standpoint. We are celebrating a chief mining engineer with Newmont Gold Corp, Achim Mine. And I would like to remind you, the Girl in Need Foundation, we're still pleading with you to give us your 1 Ghana cedi or more. Our Wodanswa reading project is also ongoing. If you want to donate, the Momo number is 0544-844-122. Now, A Bit of Me, call 054-361-8182. Now, Efia, when you go anywhere and you introduce yourself as chief mining engineer, what's the reaction?
I'm sure they get surprised. Yes, because as I said, this is the first time a Ghanaian woman has gotten to that level.
Is it Newmont or the whole mining sector?
So far, I think the whole mining sector in Ghana.
In Ghana?
Yes.
Wow.
But yeah.
Hey, Madam Asalu, make us sit well. Don't be small woman. The whole mining sector,
Yes.
in Ghana, you are the first chief mining engineer.
Yes. So far that I've heard.
Yeah.
And
how does it feel like, knowing that you've been entrusted with such a responsibility?
It's a lot of responsibilities. So yes, it's a lot of work. So I really need to work more harder and be more committed. Make sure I'm achieving what have been committed to me, right? Yes.
Yeah. And how do your male colleagues receive you?
I'm lucky to work in Newmont.
Okay.
Newmont has been so committed to inclusion and diversity such that if you work with the guys, you don't really feel like you are any different.
But if there are always subtle ways. They have a way of doing it.
Maybe I haven't felt it yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But what you don't, right from the beginning when you went into the mining sector as a woman, it has been easy, it's been smooth, everybody has been working with you?
So far, yes. Actually, when I started as a mine surveyor, when I even had to carry the equipment and all that, yes, they allowed me to do the work, to feel it. Initially, it wasn't that easy. You see me carrying the equipment, climbing something high, right? And they'll be following me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I even complain, oh, now treat us as women small. Why do you open the door and shut it on your faces, right? So you don't really feel it.
Okay. Okay, but you've worked at Newmont all
since
throughout.
2005.
Since 2005,
yes.
And you rose through the ranks.
Exactly.
You started as what?
A mine surveyor.
And then?
I worked for 3 years. I moved into short-term planning engineering.
Right.
I worked for about 2 or so. I moved to long-term planning engineering. And I started rising in the managerial level. And then finally, I moved to strategic planning engineering in the regional office in Accra. And I got the opportunity to go and act as the chief mining engineer in Achim for 3 months when the position was posted and I applied. And after the interview, I got it.
What do you think has brought you this far? Is it just hard work?
A lot of prayers. A lot of prayer and a lot of hard work. Yes. I'm lucky to marry one minister of Fountain Gate Chapel who is very prayerful for me. He prays a lot for me.
Your husband is a pastor at Fountain Gate?
Yes.
Oh, really?
He is, and he's currently reading his PhD in US, so he didn't make it here with us.
And, okay, now let's come to your family life. You're married. How many kids?
2 kids.
2 kids.
2 beautiful kids.
And your husband is a pastor.
Yes.
So you're a chief mining engineer, mother of 2 beautiful kids, a boy and a girl.
Yes.
Who are quite little. How old?
5.
Yeah.
And actually, the last one is 4 today.
Today?
Yes.
Oh. And you're a pastor's wife, so you are Asafo Mami. How do you do it? How do you combine it?
I spend most of my days in Achim.
Okay.
And I'm only here Saturday night and Sunday afternoon, I'm gone.
So how do you manage with the children?
So when I got the opportunity to go to Achim, I actually planned to get a driver, someone in the house who will take care of them. I plan to get a teacher who will help them with their homeworks and everything. But all in all, I know everything has been made possible by the grace of God. Because sometimes you are there and you hear this one is getting temperature and it's not easy. But God has protected them for me.
Because Achim is very far.
Yeah.
And your children are here.
In Accra.
Do you sometimes feel like you're sacrificing them for your career?
I've felt that a lot. And unfortunately, I also lost my mom early after school. Okay. And mostly, it makes me think about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if my mom was there.
Alive, yes.
Yeah. But sometimes I feel it a lot. Yes. But
you have family members who take care of you.
Who are helping me.
Anytime you come to, so you have to come to Accra every weekend?
I do that every weekend.
On that beautiful road that you travel?
I do that every weekend.
What's their reaction when you come, when they see you?
Oh, I always receive the best hug ever. It's a very good welcome.
And how does it feel like when you have to leave them and go every Sunday?
Not at home at all. I'm not at peace, right? Always they have to say, don't go, don't go. Sometimes I have to bribe them before I'm able to leave the house.
You have to bribe them.
Yeah.
Now, your husband too is away. Your children are away from you. And then you are there virtually alone at your mind with the totally strangers, you know, around you. What's your typical day like?
So, because I'm mostly here on weekends, I know in the morning they will be going to school. And when they hear me, my voice in the morning, they would not eat or do anything. So I try to stay away from them in the morning.
Okay.
So in the mornings, I am at work as fast as possible to recap whatever I need to do from the previous day.
Right.
I join my team. We do the safety meetings every morning, which is very helpful to keep us on our toes as we go to the pit and as we do our daily activities. The mining engineering team, we are in charge of planning every mining that we do in every day, as well as what we give to the process plant. So we need to plan all that in the day. So I make sure all that are done and well delivered. You have to make sure the operations team are delivering what you have planned to achieve as well. Yes. And I have quite a big team. I'm in charge of the mine surveyors. I'm in charge of the geotech and hydro engineering. And then the technical, I'm like the dispatchers, those who are in charge of making sure the trucks goes where they are supposed to go and pick up the material they are supposed to pick. Yes. So it's quite a busy day for me to make sure everyone is working as they are.
And your day starts very early, as you said. So
Yes.
around what time?
I'm supposed to start at 7, but most often I'm at work by 6:30.
And you close?
I close mostly about 5:30 there. About
5:30.
Yes.
And then what point in time do you speak to your children?
Mostly after I close.
Okay.
Mostly after I close because they will be back from school and have done their part-time classes.
Okay.
Yes. And then when they are done, then I call them. We speak.
Well, let me take another break. You're watching The Standpoint. Again, I say thank you to Go-Got Yogurt, Awake Purified Water, and Royal Drinks by Casa Preco Company Limited, House of Foods, Cake Technique, Marimat Kitchen and Events GH, Yep Cleaning Services, Dream Over, who power our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh, and then Go-Got Yogurt and Juice Time. Thank you so much for all the support. We are so grateful to you. We take a break. When we come back, we'll get to the audience. We speak to As Instroma Shines. Hello there. Hope the year has started well for you. Well, I'd like to say thank you to all of you who have contributed to my charities. That's the Girl in Need Foundation, our Danswa Reading Project, and then the Happy Fit Project. Thank you so much. But as you know, it's an ongoing project. So today I come to you once again pleading that you continue to support us. For the Girl in Need Foundation, it is 1 Ghana cedi or more. Yes, free SHS, but we take care of children from birth till they are 18 years and below. And even for the free SHS, when they are going to school, sometimes we need to get them everything. Chop box, trunk, sponge, sometimes even underwear. So please, we need your support and we need you to help us to put more girls in school and take them out of various abusive environments. And so if you want to donate, you can send us money on 0544-844-122. It's a mobile number, 0544-844-122. Or you can call us on that same number. And if you go to a bank or a supermarket or wherever it is, and then you actually see the box, the Girl in Need boxes, you can put the money in there. And then the award and SWA reading projects. What we want to do, and we have started doing, is to make sure that children in rural communities have access to storybooks wherever they are. Because we believe that books, especially storybooks, help them to actually dream and dream big and then live out their dreams. Textbooks, yes, but then outside the classroom, there must be something that keeps them going, keeps pushing them. So that one, if you want to support us, you send us the money through Momo number 0543-618182, 0543-618182. If you want to donate books as well, storybooks, you call the same number, and wherever you are, we'll come for it, or you can say we'll direct you as to where to bring it to us. Happy Feet. We make sure children, again, in rural communities have access, have the joy of also wearing brand new shoes during occasion, during Easter, during Christmas. So again, you can donate a shoe or two. Easter is coming. And so we will plead with you that if you can't get us the shoe, you can send us money on 0543-618182. Just indicate what you want the money to be used for, and then we'll do exactly that. But if you have shoes for us, please again call us and we'll come for it, or we'll show you where to bring the shoes. Thank you very much for reaching out to help children that are not your biological, but you don't know where you'll meet them in future. When you meet people who are just kind to you for no reason, you know you don't know them from anywhere, you know that you haven't touched them directly, but maybe, just maybe, you've touched them indirectly, or somebody from your family has touched them indirectly, and you are benefiting from it. God bless you even as you give. Welcome back to the Standpoint. Well, always make sure that you don't miss Standpoint. If you miss it, visit our YouTube channel and then Facebook Live where we stream. But in the audience today, I have members from As Instroma Shines, and I have the leader here who is also known as Instroma, and she's the face of a Legon. Welcome once again. And let me ask you, what is As Instroma Shines?
Thank you very much. We are happy to be here today. So, As Instroma Shines is the project of Face of Legon 2019 Instroma, who happens to be me.
Okay.
So, As Instroma Shines is all about girl-child empowerment. We believe that as we have made it to the tertiary institution of the University of Ghana, we have been empowered and we have gotten so much that we also have to impact the society with. So, we want to do a project that impacts the society. And we're not going far. We're doing it in our own community, the Legon community.
So it begins at home.
Yes, exactly. So we're looking at doing it at University Staff Village and the Labauleshi Presby cluster of schools. But eventually, we want to be a foundation that spreads all over Ghana and even to the ends of the earth, shining, empowering ladies so that they can also become great people in the society.
And somebody say amen to that.
Amen.
Well, now we have somebody who is, an exact example of who you would want the young lady of today or tomorrow to aspire to be.
Exactly.
A chief mining engineer. Do you have a question for her?
Well, okay, yes. So I would like to ask, what is the most important value that kept you going, that brought you to where you are now?
My commitment to study, even from school. In fact, I was the first lady to get first class in School of Mines.
Wow.
Yes. And I wouldn't say I am so sharp a student, but I know myself. I know I need to read this particular note 3 times before I get it, and I will do that. Right? So I'm so committed. When I need to go somewhere, when I say this is where I want to be, I'm committed that I get there. I started my national service in Newmont with a lot of people, and most mining engineers, and right now I'm mostly the only person there because I knew where I wanted to go. Some would choose to go for expatriate job for bigger monies and all that, right? So you need to be committed. you need to know what you want and work towards it.
My name is Emanuela. I want to ask, what has been your worst experience? And has there been any day you thought everything went bad?
There has been some not so good steps on the way. I've worked with different managers and different colleagues. And at a point, sometimes they will say, okay, go and start here for a while and we are going to give you this. And you start, and for a while, it doesn't come, and you are told it's a promise from the person, right? And you start to give up. But I believe all in all, after some time, I realized that it was all the works of God.
Yeah.
I was being prepared for something higher, right? So at a point, you start to give up when you know you are giving in your all, everything that you need to do, and you are not seeing maybe you going as you expected, right? But especially with younger kids, you go to work, you work so hard, you come back very late, and you've been told you are going to get this out of it because you are committed and you are working hard. But at the end of the day, you are not getting it. But it was a good preparation for me. And when the time comes for me to get this position, it was like double.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
a blessing.
Blessings, yes. So there are days like that. But if you stick to what your plans are, you get there. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
My name is Angela. And this is my question. As a leader in your field, the first female leader in that field, how do you relate to your male counterparts? Those you work with, your colleagues on the same level, and those who look up to you. Do you usually have to use force, or are they submissive to you? Yes, that's my question.
I like that question. Are they submissive to you? Good.
So one thing I've learned is if you are working with team members, and even if a decision needs to be made, you make sure everyone is contributing, everyone is part of it. You don't just make a decision and go to them, okay, do this, right? If you do that, they will do it as if you are commanding them to do, but you need them all to chip in so that at the end of the day, it's as if they made their own decision.
Yes, yeah.
And when that happens, you see them working with everything that they have, right? So it's not a manager as in submission, working with people that you command for them to always respond to, but you work together as a team, right? And if you do that, people are always happy working for you, and they are always ready to help you achieve your aim.
I'm Emanuela Doreen, and my question for you today is, as the position you have now, do you have any future aspirations? As in, as time goes on, you aspire to be somewhere, and then when you get there, it's like you want to do something more, you want to get to a higher position. That I would like to know if you have any future aspirations as to where you want to be.
Okay, so bottom line, what is next for you? What is the next step
So
professionally?
I'm working hard to be ready for a mine manager role, which currently I'm reporting to the mine manager. And even before you get that, there are some examinations that you need to write with MENCOM in the mining engineering. Yes, so I'm working hard to be prepared for that so that when there is an opportunity, I'll be ready to get it as well. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we are aiming next step, next level is what? Mine manager.
Yeah.
Okay, right. The last question.
Okay, so I'm Isa Kanana Fidaus, and I would want to ask, I know going forward, you have men making advances towards you, and then going up where you are now, I know obviously opportunities came, people wanted to have their way with you before you get the opportunity. I know obviously there might be an instance where it came up. So how did you handle it? And also, emotional-wise, have you ever felt that you would want to drop out of your career and then go sit by your kids and look after them? Okay, that's my question
So
for
have
you.
you been through sexual harassment along the way?
No, no. Maybe I'm lucky, or maybe the prayers that I pray and my husband is praying for me is covering me, but I haven't really gone through that experience.
Even
And
before you married?
even before I married. And one thing that Newmont is quite straight about is ethics. And even if you go through such thing, you have to report it. You need to report it so that it will not happen to another person, right? So I haven't had that experience. Yes. Wherever I've been, whatever I've done so far, is strictly by my performance. Sometimes, if you are not doing well, they give you good feedback, and you work harder, right? So I haven't gone through that.
Have you ever had, her second question, an emotional breakdown where something with regards to your kids and you break down like, no, I have to give up on this and go look after my kids?
If my kids are not feeling well and I need to be home to take care of them, I have that opportunity to do that. So far, I've not been so restricted that if I need to be with my kids, I'm not able to be home and spend time with them.
Okay.
So I haven't really gone through that yet.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, my final question to you is, what have you got to say to the young lady out there watching you and maybe didn't even know that there's anything like, a mining engineer and a woman can aspire to be a chief mining engineer? What is your message to such a young person?
So anytime that I get opportunity to speak to young ladies or even anyone coming up, my first word is there is no one who is so dull that if you want to be somebody, you cannot be, right? Because, as I said, I was reading my notes about 3 or 4 times before I go to write the exams. And I know that's how I will get it. That's what I have to do to get an A, right? And if you know your type of person, you need to read severally before you can get it. That is what you need to do. So you need to know where you want to be and prepare towards it. Most ladies are afraid of maths and all that. And my first question is, who is preparing the soup in your house anyway? Who is putting salt in the soup, right? It's all maths. The little things that we do, they are all mathematics, and ladies are really handling them well. So once you are ready to do it, it might take you time to get where somebody is getting, but you still get there.
One day at a time, you'll get there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Afia, for coming to share your time with us. And we wish you the best of luck. We are all praying and supporting you and hoping that that's mine manager position. You'll get there.
Amen.
And very soon, too.
Amen.
We are proud of you and very excited to have you on our platform.
Thank you very much, Ohineye, for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
I'm so honored.
Yeah, maybe your children may not understand now.
Not
but
at all.
I'm sure in the next 5, 6, 7 years, they'll sit back and look at, wow, that's my mother. That's my mother, and thanks to the information age, the internet doesn't forget. They'll just Google your mother's name and look at their pretty faces. And then they will realize that, yes, that's my mama. May God continue to keep you and protect you even as you go and come.
Amen.
And may God continue to protect your children and keep them safe as well.
Amen.
May you never have to regret for following your passion.
Amen.
Because right now, you seem to be having it all together.
Thank
We
you.
take a break. When I come back, I'll give you a bit of me. This year has been a very hectic year for me. Very hectic. With not less than 4 speaking engagements a month. Sometimes even more. Sometimes outside Accra. It's been tough. But it's a charge that I have to keep. Many times I've asked myself, Is it worth it? Am I not sacrificing my marriage? Am I not sacrificing my role as a wife? Am I not sacrificing time with my child? Sometimes it really does get to me, you know. It really does get to me. But, you see, there's a saying that if you have many responsibilities, you handle it. It's all about planning. Superwoman doesn't exist. Sometimes something has to give. It's all about prioritizing. My daughter started school in September. And since then, no matter what you do, I close at 2, go and pick her up from school, and we go straight home. I'm going to keep doing this until she settles in school and she's used to it. Yes, it will mean sacrificing some things, but it is worth it. You know, it's sad to say, but I haven't followed my husband to a number of traditional gatherings because the timings clash with my other programs. But when I had the opportunity, I did it. And I know the time will come and I'll do it again. The ones that are very important that I can sacrifice my program, I will do it. Woman, you can live your life. You can have it all, maybe not at the same time. But you can live life, having experience and enjoy every bit of it. There's a time for family, there's a time for job, there's a time for husband, there's a time for friends, there's a time for workers, for socializing. You must make time for something every time. But never ever feel guilty. Never feel guilty that you are developing yourself. Never feel guilty that you are moving up the ladder, pushing harder, and maybe putting yourself first. Because I believe that at this stage with a daughter and many daughters that I have a responsibility to make sure that when they grow up, they will come to meet a world that is better than I am growing in because I dared to make a difference. That they will grow and come to be a part of a society where men have a level playing ground. Where women know that they have the power, they have the strength, they can shine whichever way they want to. No one dares block their light. That they have a place at the table. That they can create spaces, that the world is big enough, the sky is big enough for all the stars to shine and to have a place. I have a responsibility. I have a child to keep. So yes, it's okay to feel guilty sometimes. It's okay to break down and cry sometimes. But it's very important that you plan, you prioritize, and you keep moving. Not leaving your family behind, not leaving your friends behind, not leaving your children behind, but moving together. But if you're a leader, you have to be a wounded healer. With all your pain, with your struggles, you still keep going because you know the bigger picture. The ultimate goal is bigger than you. It's for the next generation. It's for your children and your children's children. So, lady, don't give up on yourself. Don't feel too bad about it. Don't feel too guilty about it. Just make sure you plan, you prioritize, you deliver when, where, why, what, how it is necessary. I remain a woman with super crazy faith in God. I believe God has got us all covered, but He's giving us wisdom. Let's make sure we apply it. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.